Hey you guys, PGD here. Hope you're all doing well. We're going to ignore the hair, sweaty face, the whole thing, any outside influences. I am just here to bring you the makeup show haul for 2017. I was able to attend the makeup show in my personal and humble opinion. And if you attended, please let me know if you agree or not. It was not as great in terms of prices as it was in years past. For the classes and learning things, I'm not there for that. I'm trying to save a buck. So I will leave that to the makeup artist. I never paid to attend those classes or special sessions that they do. I'm sure they're worthwhile and wonderful. I am just here for the goods, which I don't even have many of this year, but I'm going to run through what I did pick up, some new brands to me. I mean, I've heard of them, but never purchased anything from them until now. And some of them had some of the better deals. So let's jump into it. Oh, briefly, the bags. I mean, I guess this is when you know it wasn't the best show, when it comes down to who gave out the best bags. Black Up did their typical bag, which you could reuse, but really and truly it's just a paper one, so probably not. But this one is reusable. NYX, pretty nice bag. And they also gave out little keychains. It's a lipstick. I'll show you that in a second. They even gave me two. I think that was an accident because didn't seem that expensive, so they probably didn't care that much, but I'm appreciative. It's the thought that counts, right? Smashbox, the same one they did last year, just a little paper bag, but I do appreciate that it has a little snap closure, so that was helpful. And this is, I guess, my favorite one because it's the largest and most durable. It also has a snap closure. It's from It Cosmetics. I've never purchased anything from that brand until now. It's one of the brands I was referencing, and it says, discover it, love it, believe it. There we go. So, yeah, that was a pretty big one from It Cosmetics. Charlotte Tilbury, and I'll start there because this is the first time I've ever purchased anything from Charlotte Tilbury, and I paid, I believe at the makeup show, it was it 30 something or 40 something? Sorry if I don't remember all the makeup show prices that I paid, but for their foundation, I was going to get this like magic cream or something they have, but they were completely sold out. I went on day 2, by the way, of the makeup show. But they sold one of the most expensive foundations that I purchased at the makeup show, and gave out yet the cheapest bag. I'm just saying. All right, so anyway, that was Charlotte Tilbury, and I did get the Magic Foundation, and I got the deepest shade that they had because the one just before it looked like it was perhaps too light, but I didn't sample it. I should have, but anyhow, this is the one I ended up getting, and I think it may be, we'll see. I'm going to put it on my hand. The shade is number, and it has SPF 15 in it, but the SPF, it does not make me look ashy. I haven't done a flashback test yet, so I can't tell you about that. But the shade, I remember it saying like 12. It's the deepest one they had on display. Oh, yep, it says dark 12 or 12 dark right there. So there we go. Let me just swatch this. This is the packaging, kind of a rose gold top, and it's just the Magic Foundation. I can tell you the reason I purchased this at the show is because after sampling it, I'll just squeeze out a little right there so you can see the color, and then I'm going to slide it down my hand, and I'll have the other shades from other brands that I purchased next to it so you'll see for the sake of comparison. There it is right there, right? So that is the deepest. This is 12. This is 12. Now, I have to tell you, and I can do, if you're interested in seeing it, like a separate video on that only where I do like the demo and apply it. I feel like it does oxidize a bit. So yeah, this one in the end, even though it may look, and I'm wearing makeup on right now as well, so that may not be too helpful, but even though it may look like, oh yeah, that's perfect, there were moments when I had this on after I purchased it that I thought maybe a little darker, but it has this way of just smoothing out the skin kind of and looking pretty good. I actually so far like this foundation. The other thing I can say, because you know I have oily skin, well, combination skin, but very oily in the T-zone, I could see like the beads of oil trying to push through the foundation throughout the day, and there were times when I needed to dab, but not because I looked like a greasy mess or that the foundation was breaking up on my skin. No, just because I noticed that oil was there, like it was literally trying to find its way to break through and come to the surface, and it's like the foundation was fighting it back. So I actually, and I don't know that they call this like it just says flawless, youthful looking skin every day, but it's not saying that it's like specifically for people who have oily skin or anything like that. I'm not seeing that on the packaging. If it is supposed to do that, they're not promoting that more than they're promoting the flawless skin. I felt like the foundation lasted on my face from the moment I put it on in the morning until I took it off in the evening. I still had this kind of near flawless appearance. So that was good. I thought the coverage was nice. They call this like a full coverage, but you know, what really is full coverage? Because I still feel like if you can see certain things, then maybe it's not full coverage. But also, I didn't apply tons. I just wanted to get a feeling for how this would work. This is almost like I'm doing a review. It's supposed to be a haul. You know, I have a problem with this, so I'm sorry about that. But so far, so good. However, for the shade, will I repurchase? Maybe not. I'm not sure. They need to do more shades. They just certainly need more shades. But yeah, this is Charlotte Tilbury, and here it is again. And this is number 12, dark. Let's see how it looks on my hand by the end of this video. This will help me to determine absolutely whether or not it oxidizes. So anyway, that's that. Oh, I got from IT Cosmetics because they were selling this for like $26 and change when normally I think it's like $38 or so. This is their IT Bye Bye makeup. Now, I have tried this before in the Sephora, you know, just walking around, and then to get it's a makeup remover, to get the makeup off of my hand, I would use this remover in store, and I remember saying, oh, it's not that great. But then when you're in the makeup show, it's like you get makeup show mind or a brain set, and you're like, must buy. I don't know. And also, the person working the booth was really pleasant, and it was $26. And the scent is very nice. Nice citrusy scent. And I have to tell you, when I used it for the items that were on my hand at the makeup show, it did break it down very nicely. So I bought it. And yeah, I just used very little bit so far. You know, in comparison to Take the Day by Clinique, which if I'm comparing these kind of balm-based, oil-based cleanser or removers, I kind of hold that one as like my top one. I like it because it seems to remove everything that I put on. There hasn't been a product that has defeated it yet. This, I don't think is as good, but I still like this one. Yeah, it's been, you know, that the time at the makeup show that I used it, and the time that you can see I use that little bit that I just showed you in the jar. So it's not like I've been using this for a long period of time or many times, but in the instances when I used it, it did what I needed to do. It just, I think Take the Day would have done it even better, and that's by Clinique, which was not at the makeup show. I'm just mentioning that for no apparent reason. From IT Cosmetics, I wanted to try their latest foundation, which I've never tried anything from them before. So this is the IT Confidence in a Compact. It's supposed to be like everything all in one. A compact, giving you a compact. Of course, it's in a compact. I'm sorry. I'm excited. I'm excited to do the video. Not so much about my makeup show experience. I will get to that in a second to tell you about some of the prices that I was like, But I'm excited about some of the things that I purchased. So this is Confidence in the Compact. Also the deepest shade that they offer. The shade is actually deep. It says deep. So there we go. It comes with, it has a mirror on the inside with a protective cover. I haven't even taken off yet. Comes with this little pad that I haven't used, but I have used this product. I'm going to show you in a second what I used to apply it. And then I just didn't take the tab off because I kind of wanted things to be fresh and new for you guys when I came to show you on camera. However, you know how I am when I get new products. I have to start using them. This is the shade. I'm going to now take this because it's supposed to be a bunch of things, as I was starting to say before, in one. So it's supposed to be a serum. It's supposed to be something that it also has SPF in it. So it's supposed to have products or things that can enhance your skin. I'm going to put it right next to the Charlotte Tilbury. And you're going to see the difference immediately in these colors. Look at that. So this is deep from Charlotte Tilbury. You almost can't see it. I mean, you can see it here because it's the space in between my skin, in between this one from IT Cosmetics and this one from Charlotte Tilbury. So you see the difference in what both of these companies consider to be deep. Absolutely, the Charlotte Tilbury is deeper, right? So Charlotte Tilbury up here, and this is deep, swiped across my hand like this from IT Cosmetics. I'm going to tell you, I tried something else from IT Cosmetics first on my hand at the makeup show, and this has an SPF of 50, by the way. And because that was deep and this was deep, though you know and I know from certain companies the same shade of deep based on the formulation of the product, it may not appear in an identical way in all of the products that they produce. And to me, I feel like that's kind of the case with this as well. But first, let me just go back to this and tell you the things it's supposed to do. Yes, here we go. It's supposed to be a full coverage foundation. It's supposed to have anti-aging and a hydrating super serum in it, SPF 50. It has collagen and antioxidant rich super ceramide cream all in here. So it's like not just a foundation, but it's supposed to be something that will enhance or make your skin much better. So I got it to try it. Now, in terms of the color, on my hand, it looks like, you know, oh, great matches, doing things. On my face, it does look fine. And again, if you want to see a separate review on this, but again, they need more colors in their range, because if they had something deeper, I could have gone for that. I know I was just saying like the Charlotte Tilbury one may have gone a little too deep. And now this one that looks like it matches, I'm like, it could be a little deeper. I guess I'm just the one who's never pleased, but not really. You know, it's not like my desire to have the perfect foundation shade is insatiable. If there is a color that actually is perfect, I would say so. It's just that this could use a little more work, but it's not horrible. The thing that I think is better when it comes to deep, and it's surprisingly so, because when I first swiped it on my face, I said, oh, is this not going to work? It's also from IT Cosmetics, but it does work, is this one. IT Cosmetics, the CC cream. And I think what I like most about it is maybe not even, is it the color? Yeah, I like the color, but I also, and sometimes I mix this with something else I'll talk to you about later, but I think also what I like is that this is like full coverage. This is, maybe I shouldn't say full coverage, but this is like a foundation in a tube. It honestly is. I know they call it a CC cream. It says color correcting full coverage cream, but just call it a foundation. It's a foundation. So now I'm just going to squeeze. It comes with this type of kind of pump technology, and I'm just going to put this here. I'm going to show you. I put it right here because right here is the IT Cosmetic Compact. This is the IT Cosmetic, and you see these deep shades, they're both deep, are different. This one is more peanut buttery. This one looks lighter than this one, which is why I like this one on my skin more. Sorry, I'm so close to the camera. You just need to see the foundations. Yeah, I'll call this a foundation. They call it a CC cream. I'm going to call it a foundation. It has an SPF of 50. When I first swiped it on my forehead, I was like, uh-oh, this looks too light. But then as I just rubbed it out, and I've used this with my hands, I've used it with a actual brush and things like that, and still I feel like this, it says your skin but better. I feel as if it doesn't make my skin look like it's just covered in makeup. It doesn't do that, but at the same time it does provide a lot of coverage, which I think you would be good with like just one full pump. I think that may do it for a lot of folks. You may even want to use less than one full pump. And this one on the side says something similar, or on the, oh, okay, also has this anti-aging hydrating serum built into it. It's supposed to help with color. It says color correcting full coverage cream. So it's supposed to do like your color correcting, give you the coverage, and it has this anti-aging hydrating serum built into it. But I actually like this. Between the two, if I were to purchase one of them again, it would definitely be the CC cream, and it was $26 for everything that I'm going to show you from IT Cosmetics. So this was another one for $26, and I think the full price on this is about $38 or so as well. So that was IT Cosmetics, and those are the three things that I got from it. That's all I got from it. I did go to NYX. Oh, I was going to show you the thing that I put that Charlotte Tilbury, not the Charlotte Tilbury, the IT Cosmetics Serum Foundation on with. I applied it with this was one thing that was on my list for the makeup show, because I figured if I can get this anywhere for a cheaper price, it should be the makeup show, and I did. I paid $6. It was one, this is not the official silly sponge that people, or I forgot the name of the brand that actually sells the original one. It's supposed to be like a beauty blender, and that you can apply, in the sense that you can apply your foundation with it, but because it's of course this type of product, this type of material, it's not going to leave the foundation. You know how the Beauty Blender will absorb some of your foundation. This is not absorbing anything. No pores to suck in your product. It's leaving it all on here so you can use every last bit. But if you look on this Silly Sponge reviews, there are a bunch of them on YouTube. There are people who have mixed feelings about how this works. When I use this Silly Sponge, which by the way I paid $6 for, from this company that always seems to be at the makeup show on the second floor, and they just sell like bootleg versions of higher end things that you may have seen, like those special brushes that people are using a while back where it almost looks like a toothbrush head but bigger, like that. I got that last year from the makeup show from that particular company because of course they were selling a inexpensive, I won't say cheap, an inexpensive version of it, which has not broken or anything, so the quality has been fine, which is why I was not afraid to purchase this from them this year, because $6, who cares. I think the original Silly Sponge, the official one, is like, is it like 20 or so? But anyhow, I use this to apply that serum foundation. I felt like it was just slipping and sliding, but I was able to get in, also because it's serum like, I was able to get it on my face, and you wash this off. It's hypoallergenic, and you just wash it off, clean it, store it, and you're good to go. So in terms of cleaning the product off, and I just spit, sorry if you saw that, in terms of cleaning it, this is much easier than a beauty blender, that I can say. But yeah, so I have to try it with different types of foundations to see how it actually holds up, or if it breaks it down over time. I'll do this one next before I go to NYX. This foundation, I went to Black Up Cosmetics, and this is a foundation which I had not seen from them before. Just messed up my nail polish further. There we go. It's a matte foundation. I have used it already. I have to tell you, I purchased shade number 8. Once you see this, this color. I purchased shade number 8. I tried it on my hand in store. I'm just going to hold the mirror so you don't see all that. There it is. It's creamy. There's the color. And I know I've been like using the same finger, but I've been wiping it in its entirety on my hand, so it shouldn't be too much like crossover. But now I'm going to put this here. So look at that. Look at that. So look at all these shades of deep. Now Black Up has a better range because, in my opinion, because they are tailoring or catering more so to women with the skin tones that are not typically catered to. So they do still kind of present themselves as a brand that at least addresses the concerns of women of color. So it tries to have some of those shades that you wouldn't typically find in other brands. So look at this shade in comparison to, you know, the others. So when I swatched this on my hand at the makeup show, I said, oh great, I'm gonna get number 8. And I did ask the woman for her opinion, and she too agreed that number 8 looked best on me. We did it on the hand, and she was very nice. The two ladies, well, there were other ladies from Black Up, but the two that I worked with dealing with separate things, I'll show you the other Black Up things, super, super nice. One is often seen on the actual Black Up foundation website, and like the makeup model, and her makeup was great that day. And then there was another lady, not, why am I saying this, is if you guys are gonna see them or know them, but maybe if the makeup show has not come to your town yet and these same ladies go to those shows, very, very pleasant people. The other one had a very short haircut. I think it was either blonde or like gray, but really, really pleasant and helpful. So anyhow, she agreed, one of those two ladies agreed, the one with the short haircut, agreed that this number 8 shade was for me. As soon as I actually brought it home and put it on my face, I said, does it look a little ashy on me? But honestly, it can work. Will I buy this one again? I again need to do more testing because I only wore it that one full day. When it comes to being matte, I thought it did a nice job. But again, I need to wear it more times to really be able to tell you. This is a little pad it comes with that I haven't used yet. But again, this is number 8. In their new matte compact foundation. The other thing that, just as I'm talking, as I'm pulling products out, I'm going to tell you the other thing that was somewhat disappointing for me for the makeup show this year. Not only were the prices amazing this year, I didn't find like the discounts to be amazing, so that was one thing. And the second thing was that I'm used to, this is the makeup show, like you are here, don't worry about people like myself, I'm just going there for the deals primarily, but there are people who are actual makeup artists. They are buying things by, you know, the dozens if you will. They are buying lots of things. They're wheeling their makeup carts around and filling them up as they're buying from different vendors. why not showcase your new products? If not there at the makeup show, then when? I mean, like last year, Makeup Forever debuted their foundation, the one that comes in that jar. I'll put the name of it down below. Not a jar, but like a bottle, almost like a glass bottle. Is it frosted? It may not be frosted, but anyway, they debuted that like a month before it actually was released to the public. Well, great, because you're in front of makeup artists. They were happy. The Water Blend foundation. So they debuted that this year because I know that they have a couple of other lipsticks that are coming out. I believe in June. Wasn't there. I feel like their price on the Water Blend was higher than it was last year when they debuted it, and maybe because it was the debut, so, you know, a little extra discount, who knows. And maybe it was the same price at what they were offering last year, but just I didn't see enough new products out there, so that was a little disappointing. So now we can go on to NYX, because this is the last foundation that I got from the makeup show. And I went to NYX and I got, you know, I like the the drops from NYX, Total Coverage drops. This time I got cappuccino. You know, I typically get mocha, but I got cappuccino because I was interested in seeing how this compares, because that lady originally told me in the NYX store that she thought cappuccino would be for me, and I never bought it. I bought mocha, and I've been wearing mocha, and I like mocha, but I remember when I did the demo on camera, some of you commented that you thought it was a little deep for me. So I have mocha. Let me just slide mocha down. I'm sorry, I have cappuccino. Let me slide cappuccino down, and look at that. Look at all of these different shades, which I somehow apply on my, oh, see Charlotte Tilbury, didn't that oxidize a bit? Yeah, because it did, because you can even see right there where it hasn't fully oxidized, where it's the original color. And then you see how it's darker on the, yep, it absolutely oxidizes. I thought it did. Yep, it does. All right, so we have Charlotte Tilbury. We have the IT Cosmetics and the serum. We have the IT Cosmetics, which is the CC cream. We have the Black Up Cosmetics Matte number 8 foundation. And then we have cappuccino. So I feel, just as I did originally, cappuccino looks too light for me. So I would probably maybe mix it with mocha and see what that looks like in the end. But we'll let that dry. I'll sit on the hand. Let me just show you a couple of other things that I picked up. This is the second time I've purchased Angel Veil. I haven't finished my original one, but it's coming close to the end, so I just got another one because it was on sale, and it's an NYX product, so it wasn't expensive anyway. But yeah, this is NYX Angel Veil. It's a facial primer. It's white in consistency. If you ever want to see that, just let me know. Now, oh, I also got from NYX, and just because it was cheap, this is called Epic Ink. It says lip dye, and I thought this was, I'll swatch this on this hand, almost like a watercolor kind of thing. Like it goes on like a watery type of product, but I like the color, and it was actually better than I thought it would be. And you'll see when it dries, and it could sometimes have the instance to look a little patchy or something on the lips. I'm sorry, I was just looking at the time. It could look a little patchy or something on the lips, but just swipe more of the color around it, and then it can balance out. You drink a bottle of water, yes, this bad boy is coming off. I paid, especially at the makeup show, I think it was like $3 or $4, so you're not breaking the bank with it. But once the color is on, I think it looks lovely. But yes, it will come off. So this is not like one of those long wear things. You're drinking something, it's saying bye-bye. And this shade is Charmer. Right, so this is Charmer. And the thing from NYX, it's called Epic Ink. All right, so that's that from NYX. And now I'm going to talk to you about this. This year I said, okay, let me try and be a bit more strategic about my purchases and what I'm doing, not just buying at every booth as I'm walking around. So I tried to get the lay of the land, which is pretty much everyone is essentially where they were last year, give or take. But anyhow, so I said, let me just walk the floor, see what people are offering and whatever. One of the first booths that I went to, first of all, Alcone did not have those sponges. I went to get those sponges and they did not have them. They said they completely sold out on first day, and then on second day, which was the day I went, when he said as they like opened the boxes, it was sold out. So anyway, but that's okay. Those sponges are inexpensive anyway, so I can always catch that someplace else or just buy it at the regular price, because again, it's inexpensive, so it's fine. But that was just, it just came to my mind for a second. But anyhow, I went to one of the first booths was AJ Crimson. And you know, I've purchased things from the AJ Crimson line before, but I first went to just check out all the booths, see what everyone was doing. And I saw this lipstick. Now again, when it comes back to the makeup show prices, this was priced at $18 and change at the makeup show. I'm definitely out of the mode of paying $20 and beyond for a lipstick now. I'm not even really caring about doing that anymore. That's not on my top list of things to do because I found nice quality lipsticks for a cheaper price point. So, you know, I'm not really about that so much, but I could be pushed to do it if the lipstick is really, really great. So anyhow, I swatched this and I have to tell you what happened. This color, it says, as I put on Instagram, like this shady name. You know, many people love Ruby Woo from MAC, and his red is named Ruby Who? And yes, Ruby Who. I had already filmed, you know, months and months ago, my favorite, like, top 3 red lipsticks. Already add this to the list, okay? Not only for the formula, but also for the color. I think is very pretty. So I'm going to tell you, at the makeup show, and it has the flat doe foot applicator. At the makeup show, I went to his booth, and I just did a little simple quick swatch on my hand. You see that, and you'll see when it dries. It's lovely. So I said, okay, you know, I swatched it walking around the show. Now, by the time that I'm walking around the different booths, because as I told you, I first just wanted to get a lay of the land and see what people were offering. I had many swatches of different things from different booths on my hand. And I had taken 2 dry tissues and just, you know, wiped my hand to get some of that excess off before I moved on to other booths. Now, the tissues were dry, so I noticed, okay, the AJ Crimson one is not moving, but it was dry, so no big deal. Went over to It Cosmetics, and I used their product that I said, you know, it removed the stuff really well. It did a nice job from my hand. However, the challenge it faced was this AJ Crimson lipstick, and I noticed it, but I said, you know, it did a good job. Well, okay, whatever. And it's not like I took tons of the product, so I mainly used it in the areas where I had other foundations because I wanted to test their foundation colors. So that's mainly where I concentrated the product, and it took it off relatively well. So I was like, oh, okay, good. And so I wasn't really disturbed that it couldn't fully remove this AJ Crimson lipstick, but I said, okay, you know, because I didn't put that much on that area. Good. Went to another booth, tried a wipe. It couldn't take off AJ Crimson's lipstick, and I said, okay. Went to NYX because the lady and I started talking about the colors, and so she wanted to try cappuccino and a couple of other things she wanted to swatch away. So fine, we were swatching, and then she got a makeup wipe to take things off, and she was like going over the AJ Crimson lipstick, and she said, I said, that thing is not moving. I said, I have to go back and buy that. She said, what is it? I said, AJ Crimson, it's a lipstick. She said, oh, I bought that yesterday and I didn't get to like actually use it. This is great when it comes to longevity. I tried it out. The only thing is one day I was eating, and the only thing in terms of testing that was really able to take it off, I've tried the Boscia Balm Charcoal Makeup Remover. Could not remove it. I tried different things. And I'm like, what kind of titanium? What does he have in here that this is staying on so well? But let me tell you, it was only defeated by curry chicken because, you know, the oils, right? So, but even other products that are oil-based cleansers couldn't remove it. But, you know, the curry took care of everything, and it didn't take it all off. And I normally take off my lipstick before I eat because I hate to see like lipstick on the floor. It's my own idiosyncrasy, so you know, whatever. So I normally remove it, but I was specifically testing this. So I was eating as I normally would. I wasn't like opening my mouth so wide that my lips wouldn't touch the fork. No, I was just eating as I normally would because I wanted to see what the wear would be like, because I already saw that drinking a full bottle of water from a water bottle, no straw, just straight from the water bottle, did not remove this lipstick and other things. So I said, okay, let me see what will get this to move off. As I was eating the curry chicken, the only thing that happens, the inner rim, you know how that happens, was showing wear. The rest was fine. Woo! This is some good stuff. So anyway, here it is. There it is. It's dry. Boom. That's the AJ Crimson Ruby Who. Lovely in terms of performance, and because I saw that did not come off of my hand, I got 2 of them. This color is 1-on-1, and this one was more like a kind of same applicator, right? So you can see it's kind of like a purple berryish thing. I'm going to swipe it next to Ruby Who, and there we go. But yeah, I like these very much. And the packaging is cute, and it says AJ Crimson on it. You know, I've been buying AJ Crimson related products since he was doing, what was it, Kissable Couture with Forest Whitaker's wife. But now these are his own items. I do like it. But again, the price point, $18 at a makeup show. You know, that still feels pricey to me. But, you know, with performance like this, I would do it. I would do it. I would do it. Not a problem at all. Let me tell you, this is not what I bought this year. This is from Tarte. I'm going to give you an example of what I'm talking about when it comes to prices. Last year, and I checked back on my last makeup show video from last year just to make sure I was telling you the correct thing, and I am, because I just wanted to make sure it was as I remembered it. $12 at the makeup show. Not necessarily this color. This color I had gotten from like one of their 30% off sales or something, where I ended up paying like 13 bucks for it. 13 or 14. And but when I got it at the makeup show last year, I paid $12 for these quick dry and also their other lip paints. $12 this year, because they give out a little sheet so you don't have to stand on the line first to see if you want to shop or not. And I did not get anything from Tarte. Their Tarte's quick dry matte lip paint is normally $20. They were selling it for $15. I can get it cheaper than that if I just wait for one of their 30% off sales, which they typically have friends and family time. They also have usually like Memorial Day, or, you know, those other big days when other companies have sales. They typically have a 30% off sale. So you can actually pay less. Yes, you would have to factor in shipping and handling unless you buy up to a certain amount, in which case they would cancel out your shipping. But what I'm saying is you could, in essence, get it cheaper during one of their sales than you could going to the makeup show. $1 higher than what I could get buying it online when it's on sale. Let alone that last year I paid $12 and this year you were selling it for $15. No thanks. That was just one example, because there are other things too. It's like they basically took off about $5 off of most things. Not everything. Some things have a few more bucks than $5, but I mean, no thanks. So I didn't get anything at all from Tarte. This was from Bioderma. Now, you know that I'm not a big fan of the liquid Bioderma that you use as a makeup remover, because I felt like it just wasn't effective in removing all of my makeup, especially considering that I don't even use waterproof mascara. I use regular mascara. So the fact that I had difficulty, I was like, But I did sample their little wipes, which they were charging $7 for at the makeup show. So I got that. It's fine. Let me do lipsticks first, and then I'm gonna talk to you about another happening at the makeup show. This was from Black Up. As you may know, they released some liquid lipsticks. Am I holding upside down? Yep, there I go. And this is number 7, and this is it. Goes on slightly patchy, but you can make it work. It's one of those that you can make work as a doe foot applicator. At least number 7. I'm not saying the others go on in a weird way, because it's creamy, but I noticed when it dries, so you can kind of almost see it there, that there are some kind of, sorry, lighter areas, like, hold on, sorry, here, there's like some lighter areas in there, like down here, but then deeper up there. So yeah, but you can make it work and make it look not patchy at all on your lips. However, the wear is not like AJ Crimson's. It will come off and you'll have more wear even sooner. Like if you're not just on its own, if you're doing nothing, you're fine. But if you are drinking water and eating and doing other things, you'll get more wear than I even saw with the curry chicken with AJ Crimson. You'll get more from not even curry chicken, just from like drinking water and stuff like that. So the longevity is not as great, but it's not bad at all. So it's funny that they say no transfer right here. So yes, no transfer, but it'll wear off. So yes, that's not technically transfer, but okay. But yeah, I'm not upset that I bought it. I still like things from Black Up. The next thing from Black Up was this. I got one of their blushes, number 4. One of my favorite blushes of all time comes from Black Up, and it's number 10. But this one is number 4. There it is right there. It's a shiny little baby. You can see it's subtle, but it's pretty. I like it. That's number 4. And then I got a bright one, which is number 2. Just gonna use a different finger for this. This is number 2. Oh wait, I don't want the light to wash it out. Yeah, it's like that. Like that. Okay, so here is, I don't even have to, the light is washing it out, but let me put it here and see if you can. Nah. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Okay, the face too. It's washing it out a bit, but if you look at it online, the color that you're gonna see, just like it's making my lipstick look real crazy right now. It's not some hot pink thing that I'm wearing, but anyhow, maybe when you see it online, it will look better to you. Yeah, that's washing it out way too. Okay, yeah, maybe back here, something like that. But anyhow, it's a nice shade. So I was happy with these two from Black Up. I'm gonna show you. Oh, I got a lip liner from NYX. It's called Club Hopper. I didn't even open it. That looks tough. I don't want to waste your time, but it's just this kind of color. What color is that? Okay, it looks brownish. It looks brownish, maybe deep plum. Chocolatey plum, maybe. Smashbox, as I told you, I'm not really about that $20-something life for lipsticks anymore. So even though I saw people, you know, talking about these when they first came out and they hit Sephora, and even when the Sephora sale came on, I said, should I? I did not. But then they had a good sale at the makeup show. These, which typically retail for $24, were on sale at the makeup show for, was it 14? Or 12, but either way, that's good. I think it was 14. Okay, so you took off $10 whole for me. I'm good with that. So the shade that I got, and I do like the formula, and it does feel very comfortable on the lips. Yes, if you drink water and stuff, you can still see where, you know, it's still not as strong as this AJ Crimson one. It's just not, but it is beautiful. And this one is called Misconduct. I'm going to swipe it for you, and look at the doe foot applicator here. It's kind of tilted, flat here, flat there, but you know, it's curved in the sense that you could apply it easily. There we go. This one at the end. Misconduct by Smashbox. It's lovely. And see how this one from Black Up is drying? This one here, right? So see at the bottom how it looks a little, oh, sorry, I'm in the viewfinder. Over here it looks a little lightish than it does more at the top. And yes, at the top it hasn't fully dried yet, but I can still see like little areas where it looks a little lighter than darker, even though that part looks like it has dried already right there, but still it's deeper than the shades, the pieces down below. So that's the kind of thing I was talking about. But again, by going over it in just the right way, you can make it work. But anyway, $14 for Misconduct from Smashbox. I do like it. And if I were to see this at a makeup show again, I would get it. I like it. $14, yeah, that's fine. I would, oh, I'll get that in a second. This is the last thing that I need to talk to you about. Well, second to last thing. Last year at the makeup show was the first time was it last year? Yeah, I believe it was last year at the makeup show was the first time I had purchased anything from the Lip Bar. I like the Lip Bar products. You know, Boss Lady was something that made my top 3 red lips of all time video. So let me just, for the sake of it, swatch Boss Lady. So here we go. Like it. Okay, good. Here's Boss Lady. Oh yeah, looking like a boss right there. Okay, great. So this was the shade that I bought last year. And this year she sold them. Now online you can find her liquid lipsticks for $13. And she sold them this year for $12. So you saved $1. Okay, you know, I understand. She's not as they're doing quite well, but I'm just saying she's not as established as like a Smashbox. She hasn't been around, you know, as long as some of the other brands. So I understand not having, you know, this steep discount. Perfectly fine. I'm there to support. However, this was last year. This was this year. Okay. Can we wait. Now I know the packaging, because the tube top itself is nearly the same size if I hold it from the start to the top, right? Nearly the same size, but look at the okay, and I know the shape of the product. And now I'm going to look for ounces because I am curious to see if there's a difference in the ounces from last year, or if they've just, I mean, visually, I feel like saying, of course there is a difference. However, I remember when Bacure changed their packaging and they started packaging their lemon beignet scrub and something else, and it just felt to me like I was getting less product, but in reality the amount of ounces was the same. They were just packing it more tightly into these smaller jars as opposed to what felt like I was getting a more you know, abundant amount of scrub in their old packaging. So because this slants at the bottom and it's really slender at the bottom, so it's not going to hold as much, but gets wider as you come towards the top. Whereas this, which it has, it's trying to in some way mimic that design where it's not as fat at the bottom as it is at the top, but it's closer, so it seems more uniform in width. So perhaps this is, my mind is saying no. But I'm trying to make this work, but could be. So I'm gonna check the ounces. But at any rate, $12, so you save $1. Yet just picking up the packaging, I'm like, whoa, this feels tiny. Anyhow, let me just swatch Rebel for you. They didn't have Drama Queen, which is the shade I really wanted, but this is Rebel. Boom, at the end, Rebel. There we go. So those are the colors that I got from the makeup show. And let me just show you, oh, I did tell you I would show you the keychain from NYX, because at first when I saw it in my back, I said, what's this thing? But yes, it's the keychain. So here it is, and it's like a little lipstick. It says NYX on it. So yeah, okay. And then they gave me two, apparently. Oh, both same color lipsticks, so both the blue at the end. So thanks NYX for that. All right, let me show you one non-makeup show thing. This new makeup foundation from Covergirl. Have you seen this? It's called Healthy Elixir. Like on here, do they even, yes, it definitely says foundation. It says foundation with vitamins. Excuse me, sorry. I'm wearing it on my face right now. And it's in the shade Soft Sable, which is number 700. I remember it being 775. I'm just going to put a little right here for you to see. Oh, way too much I squeeze out, but I just want you to see the shade. Now again, and let me put it closer to this foundation since I squeezed out so much. All right, so this is Soft Sable by Covergirl and their Vitamin Elixir, which I'm wearing on my face right now. As you can see, I'm sweating. I have to get out, turn on the AC. I just didn't want the sounds to come. But anyhow, so this is Soft Sable. Look how it compares. All of these different shades appear on my face. Oh, and look at Charlotte Tilbury at this point. All right, so you can see the differences in all of these shades. However, this particular foundation, have any of you used it? They call it a serum, and it has an elixir is actually what they call it, from Covergirl. I thought it felt just kind of creamy going on. I remember the first day I wore it and I said, it's weird. Is it still on my face or not? Because it almost felt like it left kind of a glow, but not oily glow. But then at the same time, it looked like it tried to keep me matte for as long as it could, which is fine. It also felt, though, when I said to myself, is it still on? Because it felt like, did it go away to a degree where it's not as full coverage looking as it did initially, yet it's still covering enough that I still look like I'm doing something. Like I still actually have on makeup, but not really. And I don't know, it's kind of like it went away, but not fully. And I'm not upset with this so far. This Elixir foundation, and they say Vitalist Healthy Elixir foundation is supposed to have it has SPF of 20 in it, and it has vitamins, and it's supposed to be good for your skin. It says lightweight, full coverage makeup. This formula hydrates and includes a complex of SPF 20 vitamins and antioxidants, and it's oil free. So there we go. Yeah, I'm not upset with this. Again, if you want to see a full kind of demo with this on, and look, it just feels so creamy. It really does. If you want to see a demo of that or anything else that I've shown here, let me know. See how this one, this is the It Cosmetics one, looking a little ashy. The serum one, this is in the compact. Whereas the CC cream is still holding tight, looking pretty much the way it did when I first put it on. All right, yep. So anyway, that's enough chatting for me. This video is long. Oh, I thought it wasn't gonna, it's not as long as last year's, but just had to show you as I'm wiping off the makeup with, and I'm using one of these Bioderma wipes. Everything has come off easily except for the AJ Crimson ones. These two are holding tight, and this one, as you can see, it's very, very faint, but this is the NYX, that like ink, what they call that dye for your lips, right? You can see it's very light. It's faint though, and yes, it is going away, and especially if you drink water or something, it would go away. So why it's not coming off as easily with this cloth, I'm not sure, but the AJ Crimson one, look at that, look at that. Wait. Pressure, trust me. Look, and now only when I went hard, boom, boom, do we have wear there. But yeah, Beautiful. All right, I'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, thank you so much for watching. What makeup items have you picked up recently? I'll talk to you all soon. Bye.